yes, whatever, the video inside the fridge is corny, but actually, I kind of like it. So, you ever realize that, like, what came, something that like quickly just came to my attention, like, you know how, like, when you're making the progress of like whatever you're doing in life, and sometimes you forget where you came for, like, you'll forget your reason for doing something. You know what I mean? Um, I think that's something that I just went through very recently. But it wasn't, it was like the other way in the spectrum. Sorry. Cleaning out the fridge. But no, something that really came to my attention was we often we often forget about our reasons for doing something, which, you know, it happens. Shit happens. But I think it's a more painful deal. Like, I think it's a much more painful deal when your reason forgets about you. And my case in point is so yesterday, a very dear friend of mine, who's been in the music industry for quite some time, had a premiere, had a movie premiere, and I had no idea that they directed this. And, you know, I guess, you know, when you do NDAs or whatever the case may be, whatever you're doing in that particular industry, there's gonna be some quiet as kept, you know, shit that you can't necessarily talk about or say. And it bugged me out, because I had no idea that they had this release or was working on a project. Like, that's important. And a big chunk of my friends, people that I know and love and grew up with, were a part of this project. And they've been working together for quite some time, and they've been building a rapport, and a lot of wonderful things have been coming out of the grind that I've been seeing my bros do. Like, I'm hella proud of them. But it kind of stung a bit when I saw everybody, you know, cheering and high-fiving, congratulating, and I didn't even know, to where I couldn't even come and support what was going on because I wasn't invited. That shit hurt my feelings a lot, dude. That's something that I'll never forget. That's something that burned me. It's gonna burn for a while, I think, but it's a good burn. And I cherish all of my relationships now. Like, before, when I was younger, I didn't give a shit about how people felt about me. I mean, I'm at a point where now I really don't care about what people think about me, and that's how I am able to cherish these friendships. Rigatoni, bad. How dare I? Bad. I left this in there, bad. But yeah, like, so there was a whole production, there was a whole thing, and woe is me, Jamal got left out. Like, shut your bitch ass up. But at the same time, bro, like, damn, bro, like, bro couldn't even be there to tell you good job and give you a pat on the back and tell you I love you and keep going and nothing like that. Because, again, my reason for being in the position that I'm at, moving to Las Vegas and trying to be a better man for myself and grow and know and go and all of that good shit, like, all of that, like, it just kind of, I feel like that was the first time this was the first time I had to admit that I have been left. And if something like that doesn't light a fire under your ass, then I don't know what will. And everybody's different. Everybody deals with things differently. And I'm only saying that to say, like, yeah, man, that shit hurt my feelings to watch my friends come together on some shit that, man, I personally would love to have been a part of, would love to have seen in action, or again, just been there to congratulate you guys and tell you guys you're doing a fucking phenomenal job. And to see Joe be who he is and who he's become as a production specialist and as a director and as a man, like, that shit is amazing. And quite frankly, is that Ricardo? Yeah, quite frankly, that shit sucked. It sucked to be on the outskirts of everything. And I think it goes with the saying of, you know, how, like I said, the fire and everything. And I feel like the community just came together one good time for each other. And again, woe is me, I'm left out of the whole situation. Yeah, my house didn't burn down, but yours did. And to tell you that it's gonna be all right and that I love you and that, you know, I got your back and I can do what I can. Like, I don't know. It's just do what you can for people, but at the same time, don't expect people to, you know, in their trying time to give a fuck about what you going through. People got to put their drawers on the same as you do, one leg at a time. But yeah, that shit was whack. That feeling that I had was whack. It wasn't the premiere and them doing their thing and growing their heights and stuff. That's fire. That's majorly fire. But yeah, that's majorly fire. But the feeling of being left out and knowing that I moved here to be the best artist that I could possibly be and not striking that iron, whether it was hot or cold, I don't know what I missed in what class, but it was just, that shit was an eye-opener. And it was like, bro, you are not in a place where you particularly want to be. I know you're not. Otherwise, we wouldn't be sitting here making content. But it's not like a necessary, again, it's not an end-all be-all, but this is the beginning of me actually having to put my own foot forward because nobody else is going to do it. Nobody else is going to help me. And it's clear that nobody is thinking about me. Nobody's going to do that. If you're out of sight, you're out of mind. That's just what it is, you know? But hella congratulations to nobody else. Hella congratulations to Joe Lens and everybody that put a hand into the Charlie Burrell project. Death Row, Snoop, y'all doing an amazing job. Y'all killing the game, and I couldn't be more proud to have some people that I know that's in position to say that I know them, and if ever I could be of assistance or use that network, of course I'm gonna do it. Let's be an adult about it. And I think that because it wasn't this very moment for me, I feel like poopy. I feel very poopy about it. And that's just whack. Is this from last time? But yeah, so it's yeah, that shit wasn't a good feeling at all. And like I said, people do shit and people do things and some people forget their reason, but sometimes your reason forgets you. And you gotta pick up the pieces. Just like Hustle Man, you know what I'm saying? Get your Tracy Morgan on, man. Everything is gonna be all right, man. I love you, Self. And we up out of here, man. We not gonna be in this position no more. And we're not in a bad position. I live great. I live better than most, you know. I cannot complain. But when you see your potential in another person, it should light a fire under you. And again, if it doesn't, I don't know what will.